Hi there, my name is Stuart-Joseph Washington and I want to work for you. The EUSA is an important part of student life here at the University of Edinburgh. It not only performs many social functions, but many important administration functions. Because it's run by students and professors and administrators, it actually allows students to have their voices drowned out, and that's really not acceptable. That's why we need strong representatives who can have a good voice and a good position to speak for the interests of students. As students, and more specific postgraduates, our representatives need to understand what their role is, and they need to know how to do it well. They must be equipped to hit the ground running, and most of all, they need to know how to play nice. It's my firm belief that attitude is everything, and I kind of agree with that, of course. You can't have a representative who isn't willing to work with everyone, and isn't willing to engage proposals that might otherwise sound silly. In pursuing the will of postgraduates, especially in times when money is tight, all options need to be looked at and all avenues approached. This doesn't mean we should devote full attention to silly proposals or people just wanting to waste time, but a good representative will always keep their thoughts and their ears open. I think I'm uniquely qualified to represent you. I've had 5 years and the right attitude in trying to represent small advocacy groups. My first job was working as a community organizer in the United States of America, and that allowed me to interface with small groups who really needed their voices heard within the state. My next job was as a student council representative for my undergrad, but my latest work was working for the mayor of my city as a neighborhood advocate. This allowed me to go through neighborhoods and get to know people and find out what was wrong with their particular environment and bring that up and have it fixed before the council. I see many parallels between that experience and this experience, and I think I did my job well there, and I'd like to do my job well again here, hopefully able to speak for you and get the right things heard. What do I stand for? Well, I stand for the general will of postgraduates at the University of Edinburgh. What will I fight for? Well, I really don't know, because you haven't told me yet. I believe communication is one of the most important things we have, and of course representation is a two-way street. My two jobs are to keep you appraised of what the USA is doing, so that means what they're voting on and what they're considering, but also the other part of my job is reading your feedback and voting for what y'all think is the wisest course of action. This means talking to all of you face to face, or because we don't really have lives anymore because we're all busy, reading your emails. And I think this is a good chance to give you my email, which is stuart.washington@park.edu, and that is stuart.washington@park.edu. And if you want to ask me questions, make suggestions, give your opinion, or just have a general conversation about what the youth is doing in Edinburgh, please email me. Communication is the greatest tool we have in driving the change we want to see in our student government and in government in general. We're more important than national budgets. We're more important than bureaucracy. We are the future, and our concerns must be listened to, and I'll make sure that they are. The USO will change things this year, as they always do. There's no question about that. And I'm dedicated to the interests of all postgraduates. If elected to represent postgrads, I won't represent one program. I'll represent all of us. And I'll also make sure that any changes made aren't harmful or unfair to you, making sure all voices are heard and abided by. Understanding your wants and your needs is my sole purpose here, and I look forward to the honor of doing so. Thanks for watching, and again, the elections are from October 12th at noon to October 14th at noon, and you can vote on the USA website or at MyED. Just log in and it'll show you how to vote. Thanks again for watching, and again, I'm Stuart Washington. See you around.